So last time we talked about World 1. This time we're going to talk about World 2, which is Plains 1, Secret. Ghost House I'm going to save for later, but we are going to do Secret Ghost, Secret 2, Plains 3, Plains 4, and Morton's. So a decent number of levels compared to the 4 we did last time. Your first time through here, you can choose to pick up the coins or not. I think it's faster to not and get them on the second playthrough. But here's where you're going to learn how to cape. You'll notice on the practice ROM in the top left, there's a red number. That number is Mario's forward momentum. Normally when he's running, it'll switch between 4 different numbers. I forget what the 4 are, but you'll see. I'm running, it goes between like 40-something to 40-something. When you're flying, you go a little bit faster, which is why you want to be flying whenever possible. And Mario stays stuck at one value instead of fluctuating. Your goal is to get to 51. That's the fastest speed you can go when you're flying. The trouble is, when you're playing the game normally, you don't have feedback about what 51 is. So you just have to kind of get used to what 51 looks like compared to the background. Like how quickly the background moves. Or the clouds. And once you kind of have a feel for it, then you can go for it. It's not something you have to do. It's not going to save a crap ton of time in the long run. But it's free time save. Once you're more used to caping. I really only recommend going for it when you're comfortable with a level, to the point that you're kind of bored by it. And then just grab the key, go through the keyhole. So, something about water. You'll notice if you just hold forward, Mario gets pretty... So I do an overhand technique when I swim. I'm almost always like this when I'm underwater. You can adjust how high Mario swims by holding down or by holding up. See, that's much faster than just tapping. If you hold up, you go up much faster. That's how I shield dash. So for this level, pretty much all levels that I do, I try and hold down as much as possible when I'm underwater. It just gives you the most control. The previous strat used to go through that pipe. You don't have to do that anymore because we found another dragon coin outside the pipe. So, actually, let me make a save state here. What? What? Alright. So, you'll notice you go faster when you have a brick. That's the other rule, is just have those as much as possible. Oops. The more you're carrying an item, the faster you're going to get through the water levels, pretty much. R button on this controller does not like to work sometimes. The screen flashing, when it goes to black, it's when I'm resetting the... It's when I'm loading a save state. Okay. So the ideal strat here is to, like, go twice. There's no easy way around this. This is just really hard to do. Kick it up, jump up with it to grab it again. It's a really... I find it pretty difficult. Some people might find it easier, but that's the basic idea of what you're doing here. I like to just go to the edge, kick it up once, grab it again, and then go from there. That way, if I miss it... Let's see. That way, if I miss it, it's still there. I previously would lose it, and then now I have to swim this way, and that sucks. You lose a lot of time that way. So I usually do 1 right there. 2 here. That's the off-screen coin that we found later on. That'll give you the 5, and then you just head to the exit. So everything together looks kind of like this. First coin, turn around. Hold up to get out of that cavern quickly. One kick up there to get around the fish. One kick up here just to get higher quicker. 2 kick ups. Drop the P-switch because it's not needed anymore. And you're good. Satellite. So that'll take you to Ghost House. We come back to do Secret Exit now. We're going to do Ghost House after we beat Special World. For this, we have to go in the pipe and grab this shell. That can be really tricky, so definitely practice it a bit. And then this part's really interesting. So if you can manage to not bump your head here, if I can get it. Can usually... Oh, that was not what I wanted. Alright, let's try that again. You can usually clear the fish, and then your path to the exit's really clean. But it's pretty tough to get consistently. So I have a couple of strats based on whether or not I hit my head at all. You also don't want to hit your feet here. So if you do hit your head, you just do left a couple times. And then when I get down here, I kick the shell up. If you don't kick the shell up, then you're going to lose it to the fish. This should be good. Yeah. So now, touch your feet there. The fish won't get rid of your shell, and you can just keep going. That only works if you don't hit your head. If you hit your head, and you do that... Oh, it'll work this time. Well, trust me that it doesn't always work. Yeah, so a lot of times that'll happen. Whereas if you don't hit your head, you don't have to turn left. It's guaranteed to not bop out of your hand. And you can be really quick. But if you do, to keep it safe, you can just kick the shell up. You lose a little bit of time, but not a ton. I poured that drink too high. Donut Secret House is a pain. So I like to jump at the top of the stairs, deboost. So don't jump too far. If you go to the top, you'll dive bomb and then everything sucks. Jump before you get to the top. I come down here, I hold B to slow my descent. That just helps me time things out a little bit better. Run forward, jump over that guy. We'll try to get P-speed around there. It's tough because sometimes you'll get P-speed and fly up into the boo ring again. You just kind of have to practice it. It's a really tough strat. For this room, I jump up here, fall, get P-speed. If you do the first room really well, you can just hold forward like that. But as you can see, it's kind of sketchy. I always do a left-right to make sure I make it. Grab the P-switch. I usually drop the P-switch around the light there. I do a short one to get up. How's the best way to describe this? I do a short, like a short spin jump to hit that and go up and over. That puts you in really good position to get the P-switch and return. Like, boom, lands me right there. Grab the P-switch. Drop the P-switch around the lantern. You should land on it. And then just get in the door. The door is going to be the hardest part. The door never goes well. And then for this, you can really fight this guy however you want. Just make sure to hit him as he, like, exists. One thing to keep in mind about this boss, he doesn't have a hitbox. He can't hurt you. So don't be afraid to just, like, be inside of him when he spawns to drop a block if you want to do that. Yes, doors are the hardest part of every category of Super Mario World. So for round 2, I usually just run off, do the little floaty thing again. Stall a little bit so that I don't get killed. Like that. So I still need to stall a bit. I guess I usually just do like a single tap, but like tap, tap, stall. Maybe jump. If I don't want to wait. Yeah. Something along those lines. It's going to be very similar to what you did before. Here, I run to the edge of this platform. Do kind of like a mid-jump where you get... Like, it's not a small jump like that. It's not a big jump. It's just a mid-jump. Jump. Or mid-spin jump. Normal jump after to deboost to the boo ring. And then get P-speed to fly over here. This can be pretty tough, especially for newer folks. And especially if that happens. You can still do the other strat. You can still do this. If you don't want to go all out. But I think this strat is cool looking. It's really quick. You just have to practice it a bit. Apparently I need to practice it a bit. There we go. Sometimes that'll happen, you get through. Just kind of roll with it. And then spin across this gap, get in the door. Yo, 371. That's a super fast time. This stage doesn't have any coins, so it's the same in 96 exit. If you want to learn that category down the line. Donut secret. The first jump's kind of weird. I do a mid-jump, like, right after this spot. Like, right after here. Maybe where the cave, like maybe around here-ish. Do a mid-jump to land on that block. Another mid-jump to get up there. Jump until the spiny goes away off the bottom of the screen. And then immediately jump again. This lets you maintain a forward movement the entire way. It's pretty tough to get down, but it's not awful. Oop. If you have to press left like that, be careful. Because if you don't let go of forward at all, you're guaranteed to get through this piranha plant. This. I guess we don't actually get close to hitting that one. But doing left-right, it makes it a little bit more inconsistent. You just have to be careful. As always, just get a feel for it. If anything's not working, check my inputs. Do I have the hiccups? I'm drinking soda. So the carbonation's getting to me. I should do just a quick double jump to get over those obstacles. It's not too bad. It's a little awkward at first, but once you have it kind of memorized, it's pretty consistent. Plains 3 is annoying. Mainly for trying to get P-speed here. It's very common to, like, jump too early or hopefully not too late and then you fall. But it's very common to jump too early. You just kind of have to... This is... I hate things that are feel-based, but this is very feel-based. If you don't get it, and you jump too early or something just doesn't work, you can get this coin, and then get P-speed here instead. But if you do... Oh, see, I just missed it. I missed it again. If that happens in a run, I would just do this. And continue. I like to fly until the wires for that platform disappear off the bottom of the screen. See, like, it's so finicky. Let go. You immediately hit that coin, and then you're up in the clouds. I fly through this coin. I wait till the bottom of the screen shows me the fuzzy, and then I drop. Tap, tap, tap. When I say tap, I mean tap A. Fuzzy, drop. A. A until I get up to the item box. A. Hold left a bit to kind of slow your momentum because you have to stall for the platform to be in place. The reason we do it this way is so that we, kind of like Yoshi's Island 3, we want to be on those moving platforms that go to the right to save a little bit of frames. Let go with the item box. Tap, tap, left. Let go of the item box again. And then just jump. This level's pretty tough. It takes a lot of practice. You're also very close to enemies a lot of the time. Yo, what's up, Lee? Whoops. So there, I didn't fall to get that last extra bit of speed, but it's not the end of the world. dropping out of the sky as you worried. You can just skip that. Plains 4 is one of the weirdest Lunar Dragon levels. It's got 2 strategies based on one really hard trick. At the start, you just want to get that coin and fly over here. Grab that coin and get in the pipe. So if you do this perfectly, you can get over these Koopas. Like that. I got over the Koopas without hitting them, which lets me now cape coming out of the cannon. So if you manage to get that, if you're going for that and you manage to get it, just hold back. Grab that coin, jump, and then get some spin speed here to get that moon. And fly to the end. Make sure to, like, stall a bit when you land. If you jump too soon, you're going so fast that Mario actually can't jump. So if you jump... I guess that's frame perfect. If you... Yeah, I guess that's frame perfect then, because I had 63. I didn't know that was frame perfect. But yeah, if you jump too soon, before you slow down a bit, you're gonna lose your jump. You just won't do it. Probably the toughest part if you get that strat is getting P-speed right here. It's kind of difficult, but the time saved for getting this is pretty worth it. Oops. What am I doing? Bah! Alright. We'll do it one more time. And I'll show the alternate. Oh, that'll happen sometimes. You just gotta roll with it. I think that happens if you press back too early. Yeah, it's gotta be too early. This is a level that looks really cool if you get it right, but it's also really hard to do. Actually, can I do this? No, I can't. I could try this, though. So, let's say you come in here and you don't get that, which is what's going to happen 90% of the time, because this trick is really hard. So there I got it. So I jumped too early, I don't get it. I wait until I reach the peak of my height, and then I hold B. Get the coin. Make sure to try and land over here. That way you maintain that, at least a little bit of P-speed without having to build it again. Oh, don't get hit. Getting hit's bad. And then I do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And that pretty much puts you in position to get the last 2 bits. Doing this strat, it's like half a second slower, I think. Maybe a full second. Whoop. The only downside about this is that you're at a much greater risk for hitting something. So, whoop, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Grab. You're gonna have to left right a few times to make sure that you actually hit the coin and hit the moon. And then jump to freedom. Danger strats. That Goomba can hit you. If he's just in a bad position, I don't know if there's much you can do about it. But that Goomba can hit you. So just be aware that this strat's not like super safe. But it's quick, it doesn't fail most of the time. How's chat doing? Am I talking over everyone's heads, or are people following it all right? This is the last level for World 2. You need to do this jump. There's no way to get P-Speed without jumping over this guy. I've never heard of a Galoomba. No such thing. So you want to get P-Speed to get up here. This takes you to the bonus stage, which skips an entire screen, so it's super worth it. This is what, I think we used to call it Big Fly. Maybe I only called it that. This takes a lot of practice. This is a really hard strat. I'm just going to do it once so you see what it looks like. Oh, and then I died. The main thing is keeping P-Speed. You'll see that I kind of go a little bit further than I have to at times, like right here and right here. That's so that I maintain P-Speed. If I turn too sharp, I'll lose it. Like if I do... I guess it also stalls so that the stuff's in line. Like if I do that, see, I don't have enough speed now because I took the corner too tight. No speed. That's probably the biggest issue. That's the hardest thing about this when you're learning it, I think, is getting used to how far you have to go outward to keep your P-Speed. That jump's weird. I don't know any other way to put it, but you basically just jump as you grab the springboard. It's not like frame perfect or anything crazy. It's pretty lenient, but it's also very easy to jump too early or too late. Let me try to jump late. Yeah, see? That would be a too late jump. Whoop! I was trying to make a save state. Whoop! That's the other thing is, it's very easy to miss the cycle if any of these jumps are slow. If you miss the cycle, just kind of chill. Build P-Speed. I wonder if you start building P-Speed here. Yeah, you're pretty safe. So I'd say start building P-Speed again once everything's to the far right. Then just start running left to right. And you should be lined up pretty well to get it. These are just jumps. You just kind of have to know where they are and be quick. I like to keep cape until right here. That way I can kill that dry bones if I have to. And then jump, throw. If you jump and throw at like the same time, you're almost guaranteed to get it in that hole. Whoop. Jump throw. Bounce up. And then for the fight, all you do is 2 fireballs and jump on them. That's all you gotta do. Also, make sure to switch back to Cape, which I failed to do. You don't want Fire Flower for the next level, so make sure to switch back. I like to drop the Fire Flower as I kill him, because then it hits like right at the same time as the transition. I'm just easily distracted in general. Does chat have any questions? That's it for World 2, pretty much. Unless chat has anything that they want me to clarify. The biscuits and gravy are always here in your heart. That's what we call cholesterol. What's a left-right? So a left-right is... Say you're just holding directly right and then you spin. That's just direct right. A left-right is when you need to go maybe not as quickly, so you need to stall a bit. So I do left-right. Like left real quick and then right again immediately. Not enough to where I'm ever really going left. It's just a quick slowdown. I do it a lot whenever, like I said, whenever I need to get somewhere, but not as quickly. Like, say there's an enemy in the way. You can kind of see it in the input display. Anything else? So next we'll be doing World 3, which is Dome 1, Dome 2, Red Switch, Ghost, Dome 3, Dome 4, and Lemmys. I think it's less levels total than we did today, but all of these levels are hard. Dome 1's really hard, Dome 2's really hard. Ghost House is kind of okay, Dome 3 is super hard. Dome 4 has a really cool skip that's hard, and Lemmy's Castle's kind of easy. And Red Switch Palace has a really hard strat. Like, every level in World 3 is a run killer, just about. But that's not for today. That'll be next time.